How's it going? Welcome to another episode of By the Numbers. I'm Pep Fernandez. This is Eric Paul Johnson, EPJ. And Eric, as we always lead off with your question from the previous week, and we're talking softball with the great John Perez at Santiago. The winning percentage is great, but is he number one?
Yeah, he enters this week right now with an .813 winning percentage all time, but only second best all time. We have Scott Raftery, when he was the coach of Linfield Christian, had an .828 winning percentage in his career. Of course, Scott Raftery was a CIF assistant commissioner who tragically passed away at age 55 in February. But definitely led some great Linfield teams over the years. I believe got to the title game 7 times and won 4 of them. So, definitely great career. And Perez himself has won 4 titles. So, got a good track record for both of these coaches.
Absolutely. Now going on to wrestling. We thought the season wrapped up with state championships, but oh no, there's national championships as well. And we're talking about seniors in the past who've actually won these national titles.
Yeah, the National High School Wrestling Championships now has different divisions. You have a senior, junior, sophomore. They even have a middle school division. But when it started out back in, I believe, 1993, or right around 1990, 91, it was just seniors who went to this event. So we have had 6 wrestlers in the past in the senior division win national championships. The first one, of course, was Scotty Chapman. He won 3 state titles, went on to win a national championship. And then Jason Webster of Centennial was the next one in 1995. Riverside Norte Vista's Marvin Garcia won in 2000. But the king of national champions for schools in this area is Canyon Springs High School. They've had 3 national champions in the past. Brothers Luis and Carlos Blanco won back-to-back championships in the 125-pound weight division. And the last champion we've had in our area in the national championships was Esteban Cabañas in 2009, won at 112 pounds. So 3 national champions from one school is pretty impressive. And perhaps a 4th this year.
Perhaps Emmanuel Barber. Yeah, he finished runner-up at state, but still probably in the mix for a national title.
Definitely, I think if I looked at these, 2 or 3. I know Jason Webster and Marvin Garcia did not win state championships, but went on to win the national championship. So it's not like you can discount someone who didn't win a state championship. Marvin Garcia, if I'm not mistaken, finished like 8th or 9th in state and went on to win the national division. So,
all right, now on the baseball diamond, we're talking about Merrick Patito from Supa Dupa Jurupa Valley threw a no-hitter against Novi last week, and looking to become or join some elusive company when it comes to throwing back-to-back no-nos, right?
Yeah, we've had several no-hitters in the past, and in state history there have been, I believe, 28 occurrences where we've seen at least a pitcher throw back-to-back no-hitters, but only once in inland area history. And when I say inland area history here, Riverside or San Bernardino counties. The only pitcher ever to throw off the gem of back-to-back no-hitters was Chuck Cota of Chino, who did it in 1989. So impressive. The state record is actually 3 in a row. I believe that was accomplished sometime in the 1950s. But, Merrick Patito likely going to be on the mound today, against Rubidoux. So maybe trying to get that elusive company. May want to, check with the scorekeeper, maybe, get a few favorable rulings if it comes down to that. But definitely we've seen 2 no-hitters this year, which is, pretty impressive.
Yeah, we've seen 2 against Norte Vista we've captured on video. So our bad for the Braves. We're kind of bad luck whenever we show up.
I think you've been barred from the school.
I might actually see them today, but I'm not going to tell them that. Pretend I'm not there. And finally, our question for next week. The great Rick Robinson at Norco's won 3 of the championships at the Michelle Carew softball tournament. But there's been one other one, right, to actually accomplish the same feats.
Yeah, Rick Robinson, he's been to 6 championship games at the Michelle Carew Classic, widely considered one of the best tournaments on the West Coast. Robinson won titles with Centennial in 1995 and then Norco in 2009 and 2011 there. But yes, question of the week is we've had one other inland area coach who was able to lead his or her team to a Michelle Carew Classic title. And a little hint here, the person who is the answer to this question beat Rick Robinson in that final.
Oh, interesting. And you said his or her, so you're not even going to give us the gender of the coach. So you're going to have to really work for this one. All right, for EPJ, I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next Tuesday on By the Numbers.